Now that we understand Django forms and model forms, it's time to actually create a registration view with the built-in user creation form. This, of course, is a model form that Django built for us to make it convenient to allow us to register users. So let's go ahead and do it. So first and foremost, we're going to come into our account views. So accountsviews.py. We're going to go ahead and do from django.contrib.auth.forms. We're going to import the user creation form. Of course, you could always search that on the documentation in case you ever forget what this is. And obviously, it's also in our GitHub repo. So I'm going to define my register view. You could call it a sign up view. It really doesn't matter. And now we're just going to set our form is user creation form. And that's request.post or none. And then if form.is valid, we're going to go ahead and say user object equals to form.save. And then I'll just return something. So let's go ahead and return a redirect here to login. So /login. And then I'll also return a render the request. And we'll call this accounts/register.html with the context of the actual form. And so I can pass in a dictionary just like this, or what we've been doing, which was setting a context variable and setting it like this, or context, the actual word context as a variable to pass in the actual context right there. Okay, so now that we've got this, let's go ahead and wrap it into what? We need to bring it into our URLs. And so we'll come down into our URLs. And again, we will import it from accounts views. And then I will go ahead and add a path for register and register view. There we go. One other thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and verify if the user is not authenticated, right? So I probably don't want to register a new user. Ooh, I did have it down here already. Let's get rid of that. But I don't want to register a new user if they are logged in. So in this case, I will probably do it just in the template itself, much like we did with the logout view. Okay, so let's go into accounts and make the register page. So register.html. And the logout page, I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Or rather, maybe it's the login page that we want to do, actually. So if they're not registered or the authenticated already, we'll use this one. Cool. And it's very similar as far as the form is concerned. I'm not going to handle that just yet, but you're already logged in and cannot register. Would you like to log out? Great. And so now in my register.html, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these lines here. We don't have to have those explicit errors. Instead, we can just do form.as p yet again, and now just say register. And then underneath that, maybe we want to do something like already have an account, and then ahref equals to login. So a link to actually log in. Maybe you could say, please log in, be a little extra cordial. And just like that, same with our login page, we can come underneath this form and need an account, please register. Simple enough. Okay, so let's make sure we have no issues. Doesn't look like we do. Let's go into our page here and go to register. And of course, I'm already logged in and cannot register. So let's go ahead and log out. And now let's go ahead and register. And this time I'm just going to create some whatever passwords and whatever user. Not sure if those will work. It looks like it did. And so now I can actually log in as that user. Hopefully, if I remember correctly. And there we go. So I'm actually able to log into that user as denoted by, well, the fact that it didn't give me an error when I was logging in. But if I actually go to articles create, I can actually create an article, hopefully. Hit create article, and it looks like it did. I mean, it didn't redirect it like we had originally. But if we go to the home page, it looks like we are not necessarily seeing that one. So perhaps there's something else in our article view. but the user should be registered. So let's go ahead and go into the admin itself. Notice that it says you're authenticated as ABC123. You don't have authorization to log into the admin. And of course, we can log in as our other user, and let's just see if that one actually did come through, and it did. Hello, another. Of course, we could always verify all of that all over again, and it's probably in here somewhere. Oh, there it is right there. That's the one just created. Okay, so that is a built-in model form. Isn't that cool that it already exists to just create a user really, really quickly? So the next question is, does the login have a built-in model form as well? Let's go ahead and answer that in the next one.